All right, welcome back. Today we are talking about, the big one, the college degree issue. And in this week in general, I'm going to be really looking at um, college degree, the 9 to 5, and just the job search and just how bad it is out there right now. A lot of you guys are dealing with it. I've dealt with it. I have a lot to say about it. But let's get into it. College is the biggest waste of time and money. Not always, but yes, in a lot of circumstances it is. But let's see what she has to say.
Your communications. Hot take, college is the biggest scam that we sell to humans. I don't think people understand that college is literally a business. They're there to take your money. In this day and age, if you have a diploma, you can go ahead and wipe your ass.
That is true these days. Yeah. The college taking your like there to take your money. That does seem like it's more about that than teaching you the skills you need for a job. Yeah, I would probably agree with that.
Ass with it. Unless your degree is required for your job. Like nursing, lawyers, Getting your
We'll talk about that a couple times. A couple other people bring that up, but yeah, there's the targeted degrees are the ones that you should be going for. Like she said, nursing, doctors, and STEM degrees. And if you're getting I highly recommend if you want to be a doctor. It's yeah, nursing's fine and STEM. And if anyone's going for STEM, I'm never gonna be like, no, you shouldn't do that. 'Cause that's what I went back for is STEM actually.
your business degree, your marketing degree, your communications degree, literally a waste of your time and money. I didn't go to college and I've been making a minimum of 6 figures since I was 20 years old, doing multiple different things.
She's a phenomena, right? Like this is not your average person. So you can't really compare yourself to her. I mean, maybe you're as highly motivated as she is, and she's very well spoken. I'm surprised she's 22, to be honest with you. You're not going to get very many men like this, especially at 22. It's going to be like a lot longer for them to get to that point. So she's a little bit of like she's not your average individual. But yeah, to her point, like getting a marketing degree, so I have 2 degrees. I have a business accounting degree, which I got when I first came out of high school. It took me a while to get it. I graduated when I was 24. And then I went back years later in my like early 30s. I think I was exactly 30, maybe 31, for a computer science degree. And I'm an engineer now. So I don't recommend getting an accounting degree, but like it's not the worst thing you can get. I wouldn't get any other business degree though, because and she talks a little bit about the like her skill set, and that kind of like lends to like marketing degree versus skill set. But let's see what she says.
System is made for you to not figure it out. Why is it illegal to drink alcohol under the age of 21, yet you go to college to drink? And all of the people of authority just kind of shut their eyes unless someone brings it up and then they have to do something about it. It's literally a distraction. The system is set up for you to fail. Be in debt, sleep with a bunch of people, drink alcohol, do drugs.
Oh, the sleep with a bunch of people thing is like, I think it's a girl problem. I mean, that's some guy problems. Your top, your I don't know, maybe top 5% of guys, but really it's probably a woman thing. If you just run around sleeping with whoever you can sleep with. And the alcohol thing, I don't know if this is true. I'd have to look it up, but I thought the alcohol age limit was like an insurance thing, like driving or something. I don't know. I never looked that up. But yeah, the age 21 age limit of drinking in the United States is kind of weird, especially like she says. I mean, you're drinking on campus usually, so.
You can Google it. Nearly 50% of Americans don't use their college degree. Majority of people use or look at college as a 4-year spring break. And this obviously doesn't apply to everyone, but I totally understand and respect people who are going to college with a purpose and plan to use the degree and know what they want to do somewhat. Let's say, yeah, you get that degree, you might be making lots of money at your job, but the one thing you're never going to have is your time freedom. I will 100% say what.
There's so many things here to unpack. So I did not do the college experience either time that I went. I did community college to my university, and then when I went back, could already just get another degree at the same university that I went to, because I was still like in the area, and I still took. It's called the state college now, but we used to call it community college. I guess that ages me a little bit, but yeah, state college. So I never did this. I didn't live on campus. I lived pretty close to campus, but I didn't do this. I was the person that had the goal. Now, my goals when I got my accounting degree were like not as solidified as when I went back for STEM, because like I was a lot older and I saw that like working is it's kind of a shit show. But yeah, it's really hard coming out of high school knowing what you want to do. So
has changed my life is not the money I'm making, but the time freedom that I have earned for myself. I obviously work every day, but I can work whenever I want, wherever I want, and I make a fuck ton of money doing it. I get this question.
Again, this is not average, your average situation. I don't know. She kind of talks about what she does. I don't know exactly what she is, but yeah, I don't know if she'll always have this luxury. She'd have to be. I mean, it sounds like she's good at her job, so maybe she will.
All the time, and it can differ for anyone, but like, what if my parents are paying for it? I'm on a full ride, I should just go and get my degree. If I would have went and got my degree and spent those 4 years in school, I would never be where I am right now as a 22-year-old making a fuck ton of money, living in Miami, living my Pilates Range Rover mom lifestyle that I built for myself. By jumping into life instead of going into school, I am
Again, like you don't like just trip into this. You have to be highly motivated. Like a good thing for if you have a full ride to go to school, you should probably take it and try to go for something good. Don't waste it. For someone like her, like she doesn't need it because she's most people are not self-motivated. It's very difficult to be self-motivated to do what she's doing. So, yeah, if you have a full ride, my biggest advice is like really try to find what you're doing, like what you want to do. Go try like whatever you're going to try. Like if you have an idea of what you want to do, like go try and like mock apply for jobs before you go start your degree and see like what the field looks like. But yeah, it's a whole nother thing. Now let's go on to the next one. We spent a decent amount of time on here. This one's interesting. And this does make sense to me that um, people are ditching degree requirements, but it's always kind of been the case. Let's see what he has to say.
Starting to realize that college degrees aren't really worth it.
Well, a new study shows employers don't value college degrees like they used to. Instead, they're turning to workers who bring skill and experience over education. So 91% of employers overwhelmingly responded no when asked if colleges and universities are graduating students today with relevant skills. And when it comes to hiring someone with a 4-year degree, employers were almost split down the middle between no and indifferent. Some employers argue to start teaching skills in high school, while others believe a degree is used to enhance the skills you already have.
And these changes are already taking place. The largest employer in the world, Walmart, has already planned to remove many of their college degree requirements from a lot of their different corporate positions. And this is all because, as you heard stated in the video, 91% of companies feel that when people come with their college degree, they're still not prepared or have the skill set to do the job that they're hired to do.
Okay, that's kind of like one of the main things I want. Like your degree does not give you a proper skill set. Like I mean, my accounting degree did teach me a decent amount of things. I used it a little bit, but you're learning most of the stuff on the job. I think most of the time you're gonna be doing like your on the job learning. My STEM degree was crazy. That is a whole. I could talk about that for a half an hour on like what that did. Um, but to say that they're getting rid of degree requirements is not. They might not require you to have the degree, but you're going to get filtered on the degree. Like they're going to filter you on it. So you're still going to need it, and you can get a job at my company doing. I'm a software engineer. You can get a job at the company without a degree, but you have to have 4 additional years of experience. So it's like, so you're coming in at at my level, you would need 4 years of experience plus another 5. You would need 8 years to be where I'm at, right? I don't want to get too much in my level and like what I'm making, but experience can substitute it, is my point. But they're not just like removing it. Like and STEM is way different for sure. Like you like it's way different. Like generally a company, if you're going in for an engineering position, they're going to want you to have a degree to get it. But they don't just rule you out immediately. This doesn't surprise me for like business degrees because you don't really learn that much. I didn't learn that much. I didn't in my business school, because like when you have an accounting degree, it's just a business with an accounting major. That's all it is. Business degree with an accounting major. I mean, being on the job is way different. It's not even the same. And so that's really all this is. I don't think they're gonna just like they'll have like a preferred. They prefer you have a bachelor's degree, but they don't have to have a bachelor's degree. But you're still, are they going to hire like you're just going to get completely they have to filter you somehow. They're probably going to filter you that way. They're going to filter you on degree, and if you don't have a degree, you need to have like way more experience. And if you don't have either, you're kind of screwed. So the degree does kind of still going to help you, um, as long as it's like relevant. Again, like don't get you can't get an art degree, communicate like someone else talks. Then you'll see another video about that. So, anyways, it is less important to have a degree these days. You do not have to just go. You shouldn't just staple. I'm just going to go to college. You go to college. You should not do that. Yeah, definitely. You want a plan if you're going. All right, let's see. What do we have here? What does this she have to say?
Gym. I was being nosy and listening to a couple of girls that work at my gym's conversation, and they were talking about how
She's very soft spoken, so I think I got her as loud as she can go.
they've had all these job interviews, applied to all these jobs, can't get a job. Now they have to work at a gym. Literally everyone is in this predicament. It's so frustrating. Like everyone I talk to, they're having these interviews, sounds like it goes great, and they didn't get the job. Who are the companies hiring then? I have not heard one person say, wow, the interview went great, I got hired. Who are they hiring? Additionally, what are we doing? Serving burgers and bartending is really, really burning me out. I'm really sick of it. Do I money launder? Is that even profitable?
Money launder? She's talking about stealing the drink money. If someone pays for cash, she doesn't ring them up or she comps the drink. It's a bad idea. Don't do that. You get caught eventually. Let's see. Let's finish what she's. I mean, this is just still having to not use. So you just get a degree and you can't use it. This isn't anything new. When I came out with my accounting degree, I took a job that my accounting degree got me, and I was making like 12.50 an hour, and then they bumped me like 13.50. So with the college degree, I was making, and this was back in 2012, right? And I think when I worked for coming straight out of school, so first off, straight out of school, I volunteered my time to get a job to just work for the CPA, Certified Public Accountant. If you're not sure what that is, I went in there and like I gave them my resume. I'm like, I will work for free to get experience. That's what I did. And then another CPA saw that I was doing that and she hired me. That job was terrible. I hated that job. It was miserable. But I think I only got paid, I don't think I paid 15 bucks an hour there, maybe like 14 or something. And then I left that job, and then it took me like 8 months to get another job. Doing a whole nother video on that whole situation. This is nothing new. I was dealing with this 12 years ago. So same crap. And I was making nothing. So she was probably making more bartending than I was with my college degree 12 years ago. So a little bit of perspective.
I really, I could not be a stripper. Pole dancing is so hard. I could never look graceful up there. I really don't know. What are we doing, guys?
If that's what you want to do as a woman in your life, you have that. I don't know. I don't advise that. But that and OnlyFans, it's just like, it depends. I guess it depends on what your life goals are. But I really don't advise doing that. But I guess if you have no options, everything on the table, I guess.
That isn't serving and bartending. How can I make some money? I've honestly had every random job in the world. So,
All right, yeah. I mean, we kind of went over the whole point. People getting degrees, they can't get jobs with them. And it's just, you're just not getting a useful degree. You really shouldn't go for business, marketing, communications, any art degree, when people tell you, oh, you can go do whatever you want. That's true, but you shouldn't go to school for it. You should just do it. And I think that's the next video we're gonna be watching about how you can just kind of teach yourself to do stuff. But yeah, this is not anything new. I've been preaching this for 10 years that you just don't do it. Right? The only way I'd go to school for an accounting, if you want to be an accountant or something, you should be a CPA. So you're going to do your accounting degree, then you're going to go then you basically have to get a master's for the most part, and then you got to go get your CPA license, which is kind of just it's a nightmare. Nothing I was super thrilled to do. Yeah, let's try to go through. Is this one quick? I don't even know if we need to go through this one. Yeah, it's just that she's just kind of reiterating the same thing, and this is going a little bit long, and I kind of want to talk about like when you should go to get the degree, because I have two, as I mentioned, and I went, like I said, I went when I got out of high school, then I went back, and really the point is just know what you're going for, know what you're trying to do. Don't, like, when I got my accounting degree, it just happened to be a half decent degree, But originally I wanted to go for a STEM degree, but when I was in my early 20s, I just did not have the discipline to get through that school. It's very difficult to get through. And so I switched to accounting, but I didn't like, as soon as I got it, I'm like, what am I don't want to do this. So like, it's, even if you take a couple years off to kind of figure out what you want to do. Um, yeah, do that. You can try other things too. Like you can make money on YouTube. You can do what that the first girl was talking about. If you are highly motivated, you do not need you don't need a degree unless you want to be an engineer, doctor, nurse, or whatever. So yeah, yeah. The point is if you're going, know what you're going for, and make sure the degree is needed. If it's not, like if you're going to do art, just go do art. That's it. Just go do art. Go learn how to do art and try to network yourself, and that's it. But yeah, it's a mess out there, guys. It's not any different than it used to be. Like I said, I had to work for free coming out of school the first time. Then I got picked up. The job was terrible. Left that. Took me 8 months to get a new job. I got paid $12.50 an hour with my accounting degree after that. And that was like at the bottom of the recession, 2012. So it was like the tail end of the whole 2008 situation. So yeah, know what you guys research what you're trying to do. It's hard to decide when you're 18, 19, 20. It's very, you don't have the life experience. But anyways, like, subscribe, leave a comment if you disagree, and check out my other videos. Thanks. Have a good one.